So, welcome back for part 4, act 4, but in this part, we're going to go advance to our super class, so I'm going to get rid of these items, I don't really need them anymore, and clean up the stash. We also have the skill points, so this is what I have currently for this part of our play session, and each one of these videos I'll also put in like the description, the skills and stuff that we use to get up to that point from like the last one. But for this one over here, I actually really want to get another arrow, so I'm going to grab this arrow first, and then after the arrow, we're going to get some extra HP, go over here, grab some more HP and mana nodes, and then we can get some extra damage if we want to. Probably get an additional arrow as well, so then we'll have 3. 3 is pretty much all you really need with lightning. If you get more, it's never like bad, but there comes to a point where you're not going to be able to get as much of a benefit as if you just got like extra crit damage and stuff like that. But we're going to go back to now Act 3. And what we're going to be doing in Act 3 is we're going to get our super class. So remember how we did all those trials? Well, they're all complete now. And if you need to do any of them for whatever reason, like you forgot to click on the very end of the thing, which is entirely possible. I've done it before. It's not that big of a deal. So if you need to do any of them, I think it tells you, actually, it's right here. So if I go right here, if I mouse over, it'll tell me exactly where it is. But if you followed the walkthrough, we've done all of them, no problem. Okay, so we just click on it and we hit activate. Take these slow, okay? These are not easy. So in this area, you can't just go back and open up a portal. If you do that, it's going to reset your entire run, which is no good. There's a 4 link right there, but it's a thing we can't use. Now this area will be randomized just like anything, but our goal is to get to the end, and we're going to fight a boss called Yugioh. Yugioh, when he does any jump ups, oh, there's a chest over here. What did that one do? The next lieutenant hit will be killed instantly. Okay. So this area has a lot of secrets and a lot of like gimmicks. There are like little secret passageways, but it's basically just advance to the next area. The map is very vague here. You have to click on certain things and I'll show you. But for the first few, it's pretty easy. We'll keep on leveling up. Grace, what's our evasion? 74% chance not to take any damage. That's pretty big. And so we can go over here and it'll show you kind of the location. If you want to, there is a website called PoE Lab. And you can just like find out kind of the general direction, and you can actually farm this as a way of endgame to get these enchants.
An emperor is only as efficient as those he commands.
So we go ahead and set up a bunch of these little turrets. So this boss, you do not want to get hit by him once. When he jumps up in the air, just keep on moving. Any attacks that you see, like he kind of like winds up, don't get next to him, because we have no physical damage reduction for the most part. We rely off evasion. So just shoot once, move, shoot once, move. That's what I recommend, because if he hits you once, most of the time, because we are an evasion-based character, it's going to be kind of a rip. We have like almost 20% physical damage reduction, but we don't really have that much armor. But since we have some movement speed, we'll be okay. Ideally, if you also did the ascendancy that we did, that gave us extra movement speed with the was the warden or the magi, whatever it was called, you should be okay. Just shoot once and move, and I think you can do it. And if you fail this, don't worry. You can keep on doing it again and again. But if you die once, that's it. You got to do the whole thing over. The whole like lab trial needs to be done again. But you kind of want to do these slow. You'll see there's some areas that have a bunch of traps. Take this area slow. I know I'm YOLO rushing it, but if it's your first time, you don't want to fail this. It's very painful to fail it. But if you click on these locations, it'll kind of show you where you're going. So if I wanted to skip this area, I could go to the other exit. And most of these areas will have multiple exits. The other exit's through the spike traps. I'm good. I'll take this route. Because going through the spike traps can be very dangerous. Dang, that could be an actual upgrade. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. 431 has 18 life. We'll be ascending to our next super class very, very soon here, which is going to be awesome. And we could actually, if we want to, we can get rid of this bow. I think this bow will be okay for the next few acts, though.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation.
Well, we'll see maybe what we get off the rewards.
One defiles the emperor.
You get a massive up to 60% more damage too. That's another great option.
Accept no impasse.
See how you kind of hear him charge up? When he does that, be very cautious. But he's a relatively fair boss.
Resilience.
Oh, that was kind of lucky that we just didn't take damage right there. But that the little like swing thing won't do as much damage as when he jumps up in the air and slams you. That's the attack where like it'll probably kill us. So again, take these areas slow. Let's see if we can avoid this. Sometimes you can avoid. No, we have to go across this. You see how fast your HP just starts to drain. Oh no, we have to go across. Actually, what does this give us? Oh, it's an additional like chest, which is like for maybe some items. So we're going to wait till it goes like pretty much brown, and then we'll be good. So we gotta hit these levers. That'll open up these little other areas. And you keep on popping your potions if you want to. It's a little bit risky to do it this way, but also watch out for these. These will do massive amounts of damage too as well. Take your time, go slow. There's also other traps. Sometimes there's secrets that you can click on. Oh, we got hit by that. It's not gonna one-shot you, but if it does hit you, you're gonna take lots of damage. So ideally you just wait for it to go, and then you go after. Yeah, these areas, they can rotate, they can completely change up. So yours might not look the exact same, but the idea is the same. There's a bunch of traps. It's not supposed to be an easy area. You mean Tornado Shot last league, but it was expensive? Yeah, some builds in Path of Exile, they are expensive, but bow is relatively cheap to get like a good start. With melee, I feel like most builds are going to be kind of expensive to get like good, to get the same level as bow. Like you can get Essenus Mark for like 1 or 2 chaos, and I think that's like the best item in the entire game. It's a helmet, and what it does is it lets you cast spells. Whenever I shoot a bow, I get to cast a spell. If I do Lightning Warp with reduced duration, I basically get Teleport, and eventually I want to get Nimbus, which is a ring, and it makes it so your projectiles fire in random directions. And what it allows us to do towards the end of the game is I don't even have to look at the screen. I just need to like look over, glance at it once every few seconds. I can look at my chat, and what it allows me to do is I don't have to aim, and it'll just start hitting the enemies because it shoots in random directions. If I have enough projectiles, be very careful of those porcupines in this area. There's a switch over here. There's a secret. You see this is about to open up. So some of these areas there will be secrets, and sometimes it's more rewards. Sometimes it can be like little shrine effects. And honestly, I don't know which one is the correct thing to hit, but we're hitting all of them. Let's see what our reward is, if we're even getting one from this. Let's see what we're getting. Getting a shrine. Okay, so what is a shrine?
The pursuit of power can be a grotesque affair.
Oh, what was our... I don't know what we got, but we got something. Is that really it? There's not like any like shrine or something down here? Again, be very careful of the porcupines. So we got some sort of shrine that was... It's going to give us some buff. What it is, I don't know. So some of the things that you can get in the labyrinth that are like kind of secrets, you can disable the traps, you can take like less damage from the traps. There's a lot of different like random mods that you can get. It's not required. It's just, I saw it there and I figured I'd explain it. Okay. Now going back to the path. What we're looking for is like the aspirant's trial. So we're here and we need to get to the next area. So if we go back in here and we go to the other side, we could actually find the exit. And we can go straight to the boss versus wasting time. There we go, we got the aspirant's trial, there it is. Another skill point, and we were working towards getting that additional arrow. That's really good. Later, we're going to get this increased crit. Another thing is that this doesn't actually give us 100% crit. It's 100% of our base bow's crit. So, for example, this is a 6.7, so getting this would give us an additional 6.7 crit. It's not actually 100. It's a really weird system that they do. It makes sense after you learn how it works, but it's 100% of whatever your crit on your weapon is.
Our throne is the most
So I think this is the final one. I think the traps might be disabled from the shrine. But the first one's very easy because like you have to like go out of the way to like get hit by it. But again, remember, shoot once and move, shoot once and move. That's the one that he will one-shot you with most of the time. He's going to shoot out his Hadouken. Make sure you see him at all times, because when he does that jump, there it is. That's the one shot. Most of the time.
Finish this.
You can also dash out of the way. Alright, so he dropped some stuff. Let's go pick up some of the stuff that we maybe can use. Maybe if we get a triple damage. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to try to build my character towards what we get, but we'll see if this actually ends up being good. No. If we got like a triple damage bow, like you can get a lot of damage on bows. We also get a unique called the Will Clash. So let's see what it does. So it gives us block spell damage, increased elemental damage per power charge. Now we don't really have power chargers. That's a source of extra crit strike chance that we can get, but it doesn't really have a good source of generating them. You just get increased damage based off of them. And then, oh, we get to gain a power charge every second if you haven't lost power charges recently. Huh. So it's some sort of way to, like, discharge and, like, pop. So I have a tool called Awaken Path of Exile Trade, and it lets me scan items, and if I hit a hotkey, it lets me know how much it's worth. This is worth, like, 1 alchemy. It's probably never going to sell. Like, that other item that we put in a long time ago, no one's even whispered me for it. A lot of items, there's never going to sell. Let's see our... Oh, it's not too bad. It's got lots of damage, and it's got some resistances. So let's see how much damage we get. 2-4. Ooh, that's a huge DPS boost. We're gonna run that for sure. This is ridiculous. So we have 2 treasure keys to open up. Which one do we open up? Your guess is as good as mine. So we got some rings. I don't really care about the jewels. They're not gonna be usually very good. Mana regen, some life though. This one gives us some life, but this one gives us 2 resistances. And let's see what our resistances are looking like. So we just need fire res right now. Yeah, it's fine. And then these we don't really need. Let's see if these are any good. If they give us massive fire res, maybe we would actually consider it. But now what you can also do is you can put in... Oh, this has actually changed. You can transform a skill gem to be a random of the same color. Okay, well, I'm going to throw this in. This is like a new mechanic. So now we're going to be able to either add 2% quality, which is memes. It's do this option. I don't know what the chances are, but I'm sure there's some gems that could be worth a lot. So we're just going to hit this up and see what we get. Oh, now can I scan with my tool on this? No, you can't. All right, so there are some skills that are very popular. So what I'm going to do to find out if these are worth anything, I'm going to have to go to the Path of Exile Trade website. So the first one is Flicker Strike of Power. Let's see what that one is worth. So some of these could be worth a lot. Flicker Strike of Power. What is this one going for? 1 Chaos Orb. Okay.
Oh my god, stop, bro. I'm stuck. Can you help me?
Okay. Frenzy of Onslaught. Frenzy. And that again, that sound is from Twitch. But hello, if you're stuck. What are you stuck on? Alright, another 1 Chaos Orb. Sometimes you gotta scroll down because there are people that sometimes list an item. And then the last one is Ethereal Knives of Massacre. Ethereal. see if that one's worth anything. They're all about 1 chaos apiece, so none of them really worth anything. But I'm going to take Flicker Strike of Power just because I want to say that this one has a higher chance of selling, but it's nothing biggie, no biggie. And then we can throw our stuff in the stash here. And I'm going to list it and see if we can sell it for 1 chaos. Maybe we can. Okay, there we go. And then we can go to the Altar of Ascendancy. I'm going to go with Deadeye. Raider is a good option as well, but if you're playing this for the first time, you can change it later. We're going to go ahead and select that one. Then we're going to go back to town. So this allows us to select our Ascendancy. We already selected it. And if you're wondering which one should we go for here, I like how we have 2 now. So I think getting the chain is very good because getting additional projectiles is another huge thing. I actually really think this one is the most underrated thing in the entire game, and I want to go ahead and actually get the Occupying Force. What this allows us to do is our Mirage Archers aren't actually attached to us, and we can get a massive amount of extra DPS by just attacking and moving. It's so incredibly good, super underrated. Later we can spec out of it because we can't even get endless munitions right now, but that's another really good one. I already have Roth's Reach. Far Shot can give you a massive amount of extra damage. You get up to 60% more damage. That's another great option. But since we're like killing stuff very fast, Occupying Force is so good. Super underrated for leveling during the campaign. So now that we've ascended, we are finished with the Trial of Ascendancy for the first one. There are going to be more though. We're going to be able to get more points. I don't think that thing was worth it. So let's go ahead and continue now. And start Act 4 now. So in Act 4, we actually don't have too much to do. This is actually a very fast act. So what we're going to do in the very beginning is go all the way down over here to the Dried Lake, and we're going to kill a boss. It's going to drop something for us. And we're in a new act, so let's go ahead and do this Wildwood thing, see, you know, is this kind of worth doing. But it requires us to get 4,000 points, and you'll see that the Mirage Archer now is not attached to us, and it really adds so much more DPS to your builds. But you want to basically move and shoot. Ooh. What is this thing? This is new. Pulsing Tuber? What is this? Oh, we're getting so many more points now. You see, what? We just like, just with this little battle alone, we've gained more than like our entire play session. See, this is what I was talking about, where like earlier on, it's not even worth doing some of the league mechanics. Excellent example right here. Woo. Oh, the rewards are so much better. Like, look at this. Absolutely night and day difference. All right, so we got, what else do we get? I mean, it's going to be rare that we get a better bow here, but... All right, we got a unique pair of gloves. What do we get? Zombies. Now, is Akuna's will do anything? It's like worth 1 out. There's like so many listed. If there's only like 1 listed, maybe you can sell it, but I'm going to sell it to the vendor for some Orbs of Alchemy. So we got, it's really bad on fire res, but it's got like a couple damage types. This one's got 24 life. This one's got fire, cold, lightning. This is what, like, it's like 45 res on that one. This one's 28 res, but has life. This one gives us, oh, this one has 38 life. Wow, that's actually really decent. But our fire resistance is already pretty bad. Does this give us fire res? Yeah, I'm gonna swap it with maybe this one for now, unless we get another item that gives us some resistances. Let's see, what else do we have that we can maybe use here? Maybe the boots, if it has good movement speed. Nope. Nothing really. Okay, let's see what this thing gives us. Oh. It's a 4 linked item. I can maybe check out the Thief's Garb too. It's gonna have some good stats. 457. Nope. Gives us good life though, but we already have that thing. If it was like 4 linked, I'd think about it. No movement speed. No movement speed equals no go. Okay, let's continue. But yeah, this is way better in terms of the loot. So much better, and you can see how much we just gained 1,400 of the wisps. Look, 1,800. So in just this one run, I've gained more than I got by doing this, like what, like 6 or 7 times? Absolutely massive difference. Looks like we got it to a dead end. And this area has no mini-map, so you just kind of have to navigate it. Oh, that's it. Oh, are you timed? on this? I don't know if you were timed or what, but I didn't find the exit, so. Oh, and then it's gonna, oh, what if it hits the boss with this? But now it's definitely worth doing. And we're gonna probably hit our next ascendancy on the thing. And I wanna get that armor thing. That armor thing is definitely gonna be worth it. So now every time we see one of those, I'm gonna probably engage in the mechanic, especially since this act is relatively short. Oh, I forgot the shrine here. So I'm gonna upgrade all of our gems. Yes. We have an extra skill point over here. Where's the extra life? Oh, we need to get the extra arrow first. Then we're gonna get that. Okay. Recipe, and there's boss. This is the boss. This guy's pretty easy though. So you see how like every single time we have these Mirage Archers, there's a little circle. We're gonna eventually get something that increases the duration, but they basically can't be touching each other. You get a total of 3 different Mirage Archers, as long as you hit the target. But I love it for DPS, it's so great. Alright, so now we're done with this. Make sure you pick up the banner, and then just go to character selection, and then save yourself a portal, or just go back. Alright, now we're gonna go up.
It's one. Take care.
Yes. Sell the gloves that we got, and then see if these boots are good. 20% increased movement speed. Finally an upgrade here. Let's go. But we can't actually throw anything in the socket. But we got an extra 10% movement speed.
See ya.
That's a win. Later, if we get Nomic Storm, it would be great. But the only quest that we do in Act 4 is called the Indomitable Spirit, which is basically a... Oh, we're definitely going through these. I want to try to max that thing out. We got, like, almost 1,000, right? Or did we get, like, more than 1,000, right? Of the Rescue Wisps. Yeah, I'm going to do this every single time. The reason why is I want to get that next upgrade, and maybe we can get the Tinker. The Tinker is going to allow us to apply like some sort of bonus to our... Oh, we found the guy. I don't know if we're timed. What I'm going to do... Oh, hello, Lapizine. How are you doing? It's the new buff. Oh, yes, I have, indeed. I was right, the staff sucks. Oh yeah, the uber unique staff, yeah, it's terrible. It gives you a little bit of crit, but sacrificing a two-handed like power is crazy. But yeah, the new buff on Diablo, we have already played it. It's great, but it's not as exciting as PoE right now for me. So we have 583. Can we purchase any of these Tinkers? 385. All damage can ignite. Cooling Strike is actually usable. I mean, I don't know if, like, I think the Wisps, they go away every single time, right? So I think I want to actually, can we, okay. So we have to complete the next quest, I guess. But I wonder if we can trade these items. Let me see if we can actually trade them. So, like, the one that I'd actually not mind is Cooling Strike. So what Cooling Strike does is, if the target is 18% or under, or not 18, 10%. I was looking at this text. If it's 10% or under, the target just dies. But you can increase that like via other special things. But yes. So next 2 points are going to be awesome for us.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Whew, and it's going to affect the monsters here to become harder and drop better loot. So what are we at? 34 to 38. Okay. Ideally, we just don't want to be like too high. If it was like 5 over, then we need to like pay more attention. So the other option, if I didn't want to get the Mirage Archers, I just think that they're like way underrated, and like a lot of people don't like getting them because in the later stages of the game, I still think that they're one of the best things in the game. And the reason why, like I think they're great in the very beginning because like if I'm one-shotting everything, I can just make a clone. Oh my gosh, that scared me. The sounds, the Twitch sounds. Sounds good, Lapa. But they're so good for bosses because a lot of times there's boss mechanics where you have to move, or if you plan to do what I plan to do, which is ultimatum, there is some mechanics where you have to move around, and it's so good for them. Like I said, we're gonna do every single one of these until we get to the next upgrade. Because I want to get that armor or the Tinker. I mean, they're both great. The last few set of points, it's kind of optional, I want to say. Like, I don't actually know what I want to do with the last set of points, but... Got 2,000 now. So did we free the wisps on that one? Oh, I want to... Just give us both the purple. There's more purple here. I'm still trying to understand how this little, like, rescue wild wisps kind of works. Like, how do I know which one's the one we need to save? Are we getting points? What? We're halfway there. Is this the wisp we save, right? No? Okay. But once that's activated, I think that's it. Oh, I think this guy's kind of tanky. I'm gonna not stand in the giant AoE. Scum laugh. Okay. Where's the exit though? Wait, is this not over yet? Oh, wait. Oh, we're still going. Oh, I thought that was it. Can I just still keep on going, or I don't know what caused us to be able to kind of move a little bit more, but maybe we can get another a 4-link in our chest piece. Yeah, ideally I would get a Fox Shade with 4 links set up, maybe for like a Chaos Orb, and hopefully look out for that, or even a 5 link. As the time goes on, like you can get like a 5 link really easy for 1 Chaos. So what we're looking for in the Mines level 2, this is the only quest you really need to do here, is the Indomitable Spirit, which is the quest we're doing right now. We got him, and then we just click on this. We'll talk to Tetsuni, and he's going to give us a skill point.
One fighting woman to another.
Hello, wizard. How are you doing? Yeah, I love artillery ballista. So dang good. I think we should just actually level up with it maybe in one of my playthroughs next. I just am really confident with lightning arrow. And I just love how I shoot once and it works. With artillery ballista, how it works is I have to throw down the ballista then has to shoot things in the air, then they have to come down. Oh, like I said, we're doing all of these until we get to the 4,000. And then once we're at 4,000, we can decide from there. What is this? An etching? Here we're getting the yellow ones. The yellow ones is the ones we want. Yes. I don't like how like all of these go away though. I wish we could save them, because then like this whole run was almost pointless. We didn't get any of the items. Now I want to see if these are tradable. These little tinctures. Because we can apply them to our weapons, which is pretty cool. Oh, you can click on these. This is for like another mechanic that's going to be shown off later. There's another hideout here. But we're just here to kind of progress. He's burning ground, okay. Walk away from him when he expires. But yeah, we might not even have to use the shrapnel ballista unless it's like a boss. The reason why is I can just shoot once. The little clone will come out and kill everything. See how it just killed everything? That's why I like running that. It's so great. Because before I was like attacking, then I was just doing a ballista. Alright, so here it's really important that you get the waypoint, as you're going to go to 2 different areas. So we're going to have to go to these 2 bosses. So we have Tereso and Kale. But it's going good, Wizard. So far, our league start is okay. We haven't gotten anything like super OP or anything crazy yet. But next level is going to be big, because we get an additional arrow. So we have, this one is purple and yellow, so I'm going to go towards this one. But yeah, I think this is definitely worth going. I don't know if we have to click on these etchings or what these do. Was that saving a wisp? I'm trying to wonder what that thing does. It does something, obviously. Maybe it's a checkpoint. I don't know.
I'm not up to that just
We haven't gotten any more of those little, like, points on the right side. That's what I'm doing this for. So we can get the new, oh. So I'm wondering if I went into, like, some, like, wrong path. 2246, like, I don't know what these numbers, how it's increasing. If you guys know, let me know, because I'm still trying to figure that out. One thing I like with PoE is, like, day one, like, a lot of people are, like, trying to figure things out. And it's exciting because it's, like, it's brand new. There's not, like, any guides for it. They don't tell you everything in the game. But yeah, let's keep on going. Maybe we won't do that thing every single time. I thought we were getting, like, a couple hundred. If we're getting a couple hundred or 1,000 each time, we can get the next, like, upgrade, which would be actually pretty big. So in this area, Duresso Stream, it doesn't matter which order you select, but just select the same one so you can not have to, like, fast forward or anything if you're watching this as a guide. I'll grab the scour. Nice, another level up.
People of the gutters, steal your bellies.
Little boss over here. Melted him quite fast. The only way we're gonna get, like, an increase in damage was, like, triple elemental. That's like double. But have to it has attack speed too. That's actually not that bad at all. Dang. That actually might be like an increase in damage. Alright, I have to reactivate Grace, but let's see how much damage we would get. 4.9. 5.2. It's a pretty big upgrade. It's like almost double the damage by swapping to that. Now, will we do it? Well, we wouldn't have chain. And at that point, we would actually lose out on DPS. Even though the number shows up as different, the chain is actually quite big. But maybe on our next Ascendancy, we can go do that. We can grab the chain. Although I kind of wanted to get the extra projectiles. Eventually, we can get that if I want it. But once we get, like, arrows, fire, additional projectiles, then I can drop the extra projectiles as well. And you can also get chain and a quiver. We could maybe look for that. Sometimes we can find a random, like, quiver that has +1 chain. At that point, I would immediately swap off this bow. Like, we're fine. Watch us get the, it's a corruption, though, so it's not going to roll on. I think it might be a corruption. Let me double check.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Oh, we're at the exit. Oh, no. Still not. Not yet. We have to kill the enemies. Pretty sure it showed that the exit was that way. Have to kill more. Oh. Is that it? Huh. I swear it showed the exit over there before. Let's keep on going. So it shows the exit over here. Oh, okay, we can just go straight towards it. are we 40? Okay, only 2 above. A triple boss. So when that little circle is there, you want to not get close to it. It'll do damage.
A battle worthy of song. The way you fight reminds me of how it feels to be.
Alright, the boss.
Of swords is nothing. Is your passion enough to claim a crown? Let's see.
So remember, with these little like archers, we kind of want to move away, so we're not overlapping, so we can get all of them to shoot at the same time. So after we get the additional arrow, I think I actually want to get the increased Mirage Archer duration. I'll help out a little bit with this node, because I wasn't actually sure what I was going to get first. And I actually really like this for leveling and the end game. I just think it's just all around really good. It does require you to kind of move, but you should be moving. It encourages you actually to play better. The movement speed 10%. Dang, it's got life too, but if it doesn't have the same amount of movement speed, I'm not interested. We can just use a portal here. And then since we're going back to town, we can also talk to Tatsuni. That's for one of the quests.
I am Tatsuyopa.
And we get the book. We have 2 more skill points. So, this is going to give us the extra arrow. That's big. And then we're also going to get the 100% increased Mirage Archer duration. So that's fantastic. And then I'm going to go get some more HP over here. I'll grab these 2 nodes. And then we're going to get an additional arrow. Or more life leech as well. So now we're going to go back to the Crystal Veins. Let me show you where that's at. So Crystal Veins is kind of like the hub here. And then now we're going to go on the other side. And this act is pretty short. So now we're going to go to Kaom's side. So we got 2 bosses. They're each going to drop an egg. We want to make sure we pick up the egg. I don't know, are these worth anything? Oh, this game doesn't even know what to scan it as. I'm pretty sure they're worth like maybe a chaos, if that. But now with the 2 arrows, you'll notice a huge DPS increase. Because how lightning arrow works is it can hit targets adjacent to it. But if there's like, let's say 2 targets and they each have the adjacent target hit next to it, it's super noticeable. And we have the increased Mirage Archer duration, which is fantastic. What's the default that they last? 8.6 seconds. Awesome. Level up again. This extra node. Okay, once you have 3 arrows, the game feels super smooth. And the other one is going to give us more attack speed, so I might actually go for that after getting some extra HP. Nice, lightning arrow leveled up. Very, very good. If you see any red, green, and blue, like, I think we ran out last time, didn't we? Yeah, kind of used a lot last time. We can pick these up, and we can sell them for the chromatic orbs. We don't have to grab the waypoint. I guess we can engage with this again. See how much it gives us. We're at 2264. 2264. So I don't know if it matters if we're like go towards the path, like the colors. Do we have another path over here? Like this one has no colors.
Greetings.
We
You may
found
approach.
her.
Share my.
Oh,
Move swiftly. Welcome.
so she sells. Okay. Oh. Oh, whoa. She sells the things that we can socket in.
Greetings.
So these items can be socketed in. Oh, I guess you guys can see it, even though my face is blocking it. The text is the only thing that matters. That was like terrible. If you've attacked recently, you nearby have 4%. That's probably worth nothing. None of these are really that great for her, I would say. At least off the top of my head, unless there's some crazy build. So I guess you don't have to follow those things all the time. This is Primal Empowered. 2264. We're still at 2264. So, okay. So it's not Primal Empowered. I'm still trying to figure out what does rescuing a wisp do? Or how do we, like, rescue them? Oh, that was the exit. Okay. It just felt like... Wait. It's, like, glitched. I actually can't... Maybe I go from this side? Okay. Well, it put it in a location where I could not, like, go through. And it was just... No, I don't know. It's fine, though. We're going to have to actually walk all the way back, because I can't... Oh, wait, I got an idea. Actually, this is smarter. Otherwise, I'd have to walk all the way back, right? So if we just go over here, and we fail, there we go. Hey, there we go. That's a big brain thing to do. Otherwise, I'd have to walk all the way back, which I wouldn't want to do. What's up, Shiki? Are we winning? Nothing too crazy for drops. I had one Chaos Orb so far and like a couple Alks, but just kind of moving along. Hopefully getting a four-lane Fox Shade pretty soon. Upgrade here. Nope, first ready. Only look for like higher than 20% movement speed. What I ideally want is Gnomic Storm. It's a really cool boss. So this is Kale.
One less little angry boy for the world to deal with.
Okay. So now we're gonna go back to the waypoint, and we're going to the exact same one before, the center of all of them, which is the crystal veins. So now we take both of those eggs, and we go ahead and give it to Diala, and she puts them in the weird cannon thing, and it opens them up. Okay, there we go. But how's your progression going, Chicky? You get any good drops, or how far are you? We are level 41.
I'm not up to that just yet.
The DPS is just so incredibly good with our build. Oh, we're at the same spot. I gotcha. Are you doing the league mechanic? I felt like it wasn't really worth doing. There was a couple times where it was really good, but maybe that was RNG. Like earlier on, it gave us a couple rare rings, but overall, I think it's better just to invest your time in getting to maps as quickly as possible. With the exception of maybe getting the first, like, Ascendancy, it's crazy how early on you can get it. You just have to talk to them and then you just get level 1. But getting level 2, maybe you're going to need to get to Act, like, 6, 7. Maybe that's what they want you to do. It'll give you way more of, like, that, the juice to upgrade. Because I can't give you all the power too early on. If someone like completes everything. That's my guess. That's the way it's designed. But yeah, once we're in the belly of the beast, we're go level 2. This is pretty much the end of this act. Oh, there's another one of those. I wonder if the color matters, because this one was blue. So we're at 2246. Okay, now this gave us whatever the currency is.
My mana is gone.
Vivid empowered, is that what it needs? There's 300 from just that guy. Oh, it showed something else over here. What was that? Oh, it was a quilted jacket. $26.18. I mean, if I can get to the next upgrade, I think it's 100% worth it, but a lot of times I'm coming out of here just like questioning why did I go in, but it does empower the monsters later, giving you an upgrade. So that's showing up on the map. I still, nope. Once I think that that's revealed, that's it. 2618. No, that didn't give it to us. Let's get the extra HP. Bam. 1111. That effect over here is called Consecrated Round. If you stand on it, it heals you. Or it can heal the enemies. Well, Wild, how you doing?
You see what happens when you hunt dreams, Ranger.
So, ooh, this boss does a huge amount of damage. But she's pretty easy to avoid. She just kind of spins around like a helicopter. It's like the only move that does damage. So as long as you're behind her, you'll be okay. That's why I like having those little archers, because while I'm running around, I still get to do DPS. There's the laser again. She is very tanky. Cool.
You've just earned yourself some bigger prey, Huntress.
Okay.
It was.
So now we gotta collect some organs and fight another boss. So now we gotta go to the harvest. Okay, let's see if we get points on this one. So we're 2618. 2618. I'm gonna follow the purple thing and see where it goes on this one. Hello, Riot Shield, how you doing? Alright. Okay, I wanna go towards the yellow. Is there a yellow? There's a little bit of yellow here. Huh. So you can get like checkpoints? 2657. You can kind of sometimes see where the exit is. I've noticed that on the mini-map if you open it up. Even though it comes up as blank, it definitely still works. Whoa, what was that?
I put you out of your misery.
I'm guessing those guys that charge up can do a lot of damage. 2, 6, 5, 7. Okay, let's see if that actually changes at the very end.
My mana is gone.
Boss off. Let me drop the Gladiator's Earth Enchantment. It's not great, but it's kind of cool. Okay, I'll check out the item. That's pretty good. It's a chance to check it out. Oh, that's the exit. See, I don't like how we get all these things and then, like, that's it. Like, we just lose all of the currency. But I think how it works is it applies that into the area. Alright, so what did you get? So, hits ignore a monster's physical damage reduction if he's blocked. Wow, that's actually pretty insane. That could be pretty good. 20, because 20 seconds is like very, very reasonable. It was like 5 seconds, but not bad. It's a nice one. Oh, it's the, so the empowered can be from a strong box too. Wow, that could actually be pretty big. All right, so we got extra life. And now, what did I want to get? We can get that extra arrow, get extra life, we can get extra movement speed. So many options here. We can get extra LE damage, that's pretty big as well. Because we can get like so much off of that. There's just so many options, man. Actually, if we put 1 point over here and connect this, oh, we'd have to go connect it down here. I was gonna say we can remove like 2 points for 1. Sometimes you can notice like there's more pathing efficiency, but at this point, what I want to do is we could get the extra 2 life points if we want more damage. Damage is right here. I'm noticing mana is kind of an issue. There are some times we're kind of running low, so we'll get this. I just don't like to have no mana at any point, and that will kind of solve things. Eventually you can make your attacks cost 0 mana. Alright, now we're going to defeat 3 different guardians.
Dissection time.
So there's 3 bosses in this area that we will be defeating. Whew. He's hitting pretty hard.
My mana is gone.
We'll get some more HP. Almost out of potions now. This is very tanky.
Your kind is nothing to stars.
That's what do we actually list those there. Kind of want to keep Grace. We need to get a helmet that's much better with the sockets. Because with the boots, we can't put anything in here. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about it. We could have just empowered him, because I was like, dude, this is like not very normal for his damage. And it's because we made him stronger. Ooh, let's see, increased damage. Oh, this one's better. So this one gives us the 20 lightning resist. But we don't need lightning resist, we just need a little bit of fire res. And then we'll be completely res capped. But yeah, I think that what happened was that monster got empowered. And the more little like seeds you can collect in that area, it modifies some of the enemies. Oh, like this one got primal empowered. Okay. So perhaps that's not the best idea to do, because it makes them way harder. In return, they're supposed to drop better loot, but just like with any Path of Exile like modifiers, sometimes you can still get nothing.
Beauty shall prevail.
I wonder what empowering a monster does. Like, obviously it makes it stronger. Like the other guy just took no damage whatsoever. We got Indarios, congrats.
We destroy so much beauty in our pursuit of prettiness.
Still grinding? Yes, sir. Dude, when I'm Path of Exile, I can zone out for like 12 hours easily before I'm like even notice I'm hungry or anything. Like this game, it keeps me super entertained the whole time. But eventually I need to take a break, get some food, take a shower, do normal human things, and then we'll be right back on Path of Exile. But usually when there's new League of Path of Exile, I focus pretty hard on the game for a while.
My mana is gone.
Ooh, that's a big amount of damage. Oh, this is also primal empowered. Okay, I hope the boss of this act is not primal empowered, because that will actually take quite a while. Because the other boss has multiple phases that we're about to fight. We're coming up to the final boss of this act right now in this one. For this one, each one of these rings gives you a debuff. Ideally, you only stand in one. Which one? Well, okay, let's say. So with the red one, it gives us vulnerability, which means more physical damage taken. The purple one is temporal chains, which makes you move slower. The green one,
Worst enemy, Doedri.
uh,
That will only slow me down.
let's see. Oh, we have to actually find rune for this. Let's see. Movement speed? No movement speed. The green one is enfeeble, so you deal less damage. Either way, if you're firing slower, right, your like attack speed, your move speed, everything is slower. You're technically doing less damage anyways. I would just say stay away from the red one, usually, like if you want to prevent death. All of them are going to be bad either way. So now we take it to the black core. And let's see, maybe he'll drop some really awesome stuff. I was thinking about resetting the game just so I wouldn't have to worry about him being empowered. But maybe it'll actually be worth it. Have we died yet? Nope. See, type in /deaths, we have died 0 times.
Now, Exile!
Had a couple close calls, but it's not like we're playing hardcore.
Embrace the future.
Maybe after this character we'll make a hardcore solo self-found. Do all of that. Oh, but right, Shield, appreciate the raid, mate. Were you also playing some PoE? Oh, I'm guess. Oh, Rahi, how many runs are you doing of Durios? Said you got like 2 so far. 2 of the Ubers.
Let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare. Accept the gift of
Accuracy rate.
immortality.
Oh, you got offense. Whoops. So on this boss, you just basically want to be behind him. In almost every single situation in Path of Exile, you want to be behind the boss. Right now what I was trying to check is our accuracy rating. So we have 2,700. Okay, so like we can get like double the HP and we still would be okay. Because I need to make sure that we don't have too much HP
Accept the gift of immortality.
compared to accuracy, because then we lose out on a massive amount of damage. So to not do that. So I feel like our damage is a little bit slacking up, but we can maybe look for a quiver with a chain, and then we can just upgrade it through there. I mean, most of the bosses you shouldn't be one-shotting though, but most of the other stuff we're killing very fast. Actually, this is totally okay for damage. There we go. It's Kaom Sign. It's not really good. Maybe we can get a chaos for it, but. So now we're going to Highgate. Talk to the NPCs.
Be careful.
And no. One of them at the very end over here will give us a golem. So this is our first little like pet that we can get. So we can just select any of the golems. So we eventually want to get Ice Golem. We could start leveling it up now, but we can just buy a maxed out Ice Golem later. So like most of the stuff doesn't matter. But it depends on what you want. Snipe is kind of cool too. Tornado is really good for bosses because it lets you throw it down. I guess we can only really use the Ice Golem now because all of them require, since they're at level 5. I like getting the Stone Golem tonight just because it gives us some extra life regen, which actually helps out against certain things. And then Lightning Golem could be okay. Where is it? Because it gives us increased attack and cast speed, which is always helpful. But I don't even have a blue gem socket. The only one I can have is Ice Golem, which is fine. It doesn't really like do damage realistically. And then now we can also get greater multiple projectiles, get barrage, returning projectiles is pretty cool. Although we're gonna get returning projectiles in another way. As far as this goes, there's not really anything I really want here. Although I really like this one because it makes aiming a lot less required. But we only have 2 arrows now. But it makes the arrows come back.
Well, of course.
It's actually quite nice to have. But ideally we would throw down like a tornado and hydrosphere and we have all these things. But now we're going to exit and go to the next act. So let's get to the next area. But this one has a little bit of a time before we get there. I'm going to try to skip out on doing the little thing. As much as I want the upgrade, I'm going to see how much we're getting in the next act. One of them, though, maybe we just got really lucky, and I just saw that we got 1,000, so I'm like, oh, okay, we can keep on doing this, and get 4,000, and get the next upgrade for our character, but it didn't seem to work that way. Subrac is the new mechanic. Well, the new mechanic, it just seems like you kill monsters, then some other monsters in the map get, like, empowered. It's kind of like whatever on that part. But the fact that there's a bunch of newer ascendancies is cool. Now you have 2 ascendancies, so like, check this out. So we got 1 ascendancy here and another ascendancy over here. And the other ascendancies are okay. Some of them are like build defining, like you can spend HP instead of like mana, and one of them like deletes your entire mana pool. And so like, what I like with games is very extreme, crazy theory crafting. And Path of Exile delivered on that for this league with some sort of like basically blood magic, if you want to think of it like that in terms of a build. So I like that idea. I want to build something more crazy, but the first thing I'm going to do with our league starter is I'm going to play it for a little bit, and I'm going to determine kind of what build that I want to actually go into, which uniques are good. I think I'm going to do that. You have a Diablo 4 question? Yo, go ahead and ask away. I mean, I know we're not playing Diablo at this second, but you know, I create Diablo content, so you don't have to worry. If I'm not playing it, you can still always ask. They play people, but I'm stuck grinding AOZ for no reason. It's like I have to get that glyph as high as possible for no reason. Well, here's the thing. If you didn't know, that glyph will literally get deleted. That's why I'm not playing it. Like, I'd rather enjoy myself on PoE. Any items I get to keep. With Path of Exile, you get to keep anything that like drops in terms of an item. You get to keep. It doesn't delete it. Now, it might not go core, which means that like you can never get that one item again, which is fine. But, like, you're not losing out on an item. I don't want to spend hundreds of hours and lose out on an item. That, to me, just feels bad. Like in Diablo, your Malignant Heart, you get a perfect roll on it, it'd go away. Path of Exile, as far as I'm aware of, there's nothing that just goes away. Now, they have nerfed certain items, but a lot of times you get to keep the item in the most powerful state. Like, it's only the new ones that roll the bad rolls. The old ones will still have the good stuff. But the legacy items, they let stay overpowered in like what they call a standard league. What are we right now? 44 and 41. Okay. I don't have to make sure everything dies. Just shooting it once, they should die over time. Unless it's like some sort of elite. Probably go this way, I think. Is it to the left? No. It's too close to the waypoint. Down this way. And to the right. 1,300 life. Okay. A little bit high. Watch out for those explosions. If there's anything that looks like it's going to explode or pop, they usually kind of give you some indication. And the ladder should be coming up after we defeat the boss. There's a boss called the Overseer. He's got a whip. And, ooh, he had dropped 2 4 links, but... this is this one we could get, like, if I converted it to like a yellow, maybe. Let's see. What did it roll? In the evasion ring's 180. So unless we've got like super good int off of it, or super good like rolls off of it, probably not going to be too useful for us.
I was always a rebel.
Alright, so we have another skill point to put in. Let's go round off this part of our play session here. One of them is going to say thank you for killing that thing, and we're going to get a, let's see, what do we need? We still need what? Fire res? Okay. So let's go back to our reward. You can save your rewards, by the way, if you just click X out of it, and you can choose later. So I just need basically fire res, but if I remove one of the rings, and this is how you can check, if I remove one of these, oh, I can't even use my piece of gear, because this gives us int. This requires int? Oh, it might be because of a gem. A gem requires, like, int. Oh, that bricks our character. So I can't actually swap unless we get stats on one of them. So either way, both of these give us resistance. So it gives us fire, cold, lightning. This will give us all of them. So maybe this one we'd be able to replace. Alright, let's see what we get, though.
Freedom comes.
Let's go to our reward. So we want to make sure it has at least fire res. The rest, it's going to be random. But this one has 16, but this one doesn't have fire. So let's see what it rolled. Maybe it'll have the stats we need. 19 int. Okay. Does it just have life? 7. That emote, man. People have been spamming it. Alright. We got some life, double resistances. Oh, fire res. That's great. Though this thing is terrible, so that'll be a nice little swap. And now we are perfectly fine on all of our resistances. That was a nice upgrade. Now, we might be able to, let's see what these are at, so we can round it off over here. So I'm going to go to the Path of Exile trade website, and let's check out how much are Orbs of Regrets. So sometimes these could be worth like 2 for 1 chaos in the earlier stages. So we go, I want this, I've got this. So it's basically 2 Orb of Regrets equals 1 Chaos Orb. So if we can get that, that would be actually a pretty nice thing. Let's see if we can get it. Sometimes there are people that are what's called price fixers. So let's go ahead and see if we can whisper this guy. And let's see if we can get their thing for 2 regrets. So let's go ahead and try this. So this is like currency converting. And that's the only other thing that we have as far as currency that would be worth anything. So if someone doesn't want this, we could look up at a better bow too. But if for 1 Chaos Orb, you can get like something pretty decent. But if it's under that, more than likely, let's see, you're not going to. Oops. Okay, wait, this guy's already ready. So 2 Orb of Regrets. Oh, I already got the guy. Okay, that was fast. Oh, Afflicting Merchant. Oh. Got already. Thank you. Sometimes you're going to get into the situations. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, here we go. I'm going to throw 1 Chaos Orb. So if you already get it, sometimes it's nicer to, like, respawn. But a lot of people understand that, like, you already got the trade or something if you don't respawn. So it's a very normal thing. So, like, in that instance, I whispered 2 people, but, like, I didn't expect the other guy to respawn. So now we have 1 Chaos Orb. So let's get an upgrade on our item. So we're going to go to Path of Exile. Again, that's trade. Oh, I got. Oops. So I'm going to go to this guy and go whisper. I got. Thank you. So we're going to hit decline because we've already traded. I know it feels awkward to do that because, like, you whispered him. You're like, hey, I want to trade. And then you're like, oh, I already got it. Because people do it. Don't worry. It's not going to be a big deal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to check our level. So we are level 44. So we're going to go for, let's say, like, requirements 45 max. Let me move my face out of the way. I'm going to go to bow, and I'm just going to sort by DPS. But I also could check out, since I have 2 arrows right now, getting the chain isn't the most important thing, because I notice the damage could be a little bit better. You can keep Roth's Reach throughout the entirety of the game until you get to maps, honestly. If you just keep on getting extra damage, you can get, you have a couple options. Tesalio Sign. The ring is really good because it gives you a bunch of damage for like 1 chaos. So you can go for this if you want an upgrade, but this also gives you massive amount of evasion, which is great. But I'm already pretty good on my resistances, and I want to keep it that way. So what I'm going to look for is a bow that just has as much damage as possible, ideally elemental damage. And I have 1 Chaos Orb to spend. So we're going to go do this, and we're going to click on the DPS. So for 1 Chaos Orb, this is it, right? Maximum 45. Okay. So to check our DPS, well, this thing is going to have really low DPS, but it has plus 63 to elemental, which is going to be very hard to like swap off of, but the chain is really good. That's what makes that item really good. But there's nothing really right here that's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So for now, I think I'm going to be okay on that department. The other thing that we can get that would be an upgrade is probably an amulet. There's something called Career Reward, which could be okay. Let's type this in just so I can show you guys some other options if you guys do want upgrades. And you have like I think usually 1 Chaos Orb. This gives you extra projectile damage, extra movement speed, and it gives you some strength and accuracy. So that's another like nice thing to have if I wanted to get that. That is an option. I would rather get Fox Shade if I can. Get a 4 link Fox Shade, maybe for 1 Chaos. Ooh, there's a couple here. Now, can we push this to 5? Oh, it's a Divine Orb. No one's going to pay a Divine Orb for that. Oh, that's a 6, though. So if it's a 6 link, that's kind of worth it. But we can also look up any, let's see, level 45, links 5. Go to a body armor, because the bows are probably going to be really trash. Let's see. If we can find a corrupted 5 linked item, that would be ideal. But we need it to have some green. So ideally, I could put in the colors that we would want, but there's actually a bunch here. Oh, we need to also put in. This is where it's gonna give me a lot less results. 1 Chaos Orb. Okay, we have 5 results. So chainmail is not going to be helpful for gaining greens. This one is already corrupted, which means we pretty much cannot modify it. in theory, you can modify corrupted items, but it's not going to be worth it because we're trying to get some item for cheap, and that's going to make the item cost a lot more in terms of investment to try to get the correct color. So realistically, right now, not going to be really available. So we're just going to go back to the Fox Shade. This will be a massive upgrade for us. Oh, there we go. So if we can get a Fox Shade, ideally that has 4 links. I think that there was like a few. Okay, so let's go to the one because it gives you a plus another 1,000 evasion, which is huge, and then you get increased movement speed, which is pretty good. There's another item if you want to. I'm just like going over a lot of different thing called like it's either brisk wrap. It's one of these brisk wrap. Sun leather maybe is what it's called now. So this item over here will give you increased damage per dexterity. So it's another okay thing to look at if you want to consider it. But I like Fox Shade because this basically caps you out at like insane. There's nothing that's going to give you this level, like for a level, let's say like 45, or is it level 45 as max. There's really few things in the body armor that'll give you, let's say, like, let's put 400 evasion. That's going to be on the same level. Like, this gives you 1,000 total. The other thing is giving you, actually, this might be a nice thing to grab as well. This gives us how much? 2 resistances? It's not too bad, considering it's giving us 1,000 evasion. Now, the other item that we were talking about was Fox Shade. This one gives us an additional 1,000 on full life, so you'd be at like basically 1,500 evasion. There's like nothing in the game that's going to give you that. Plus, it gives you 30% increased movement speed while you have full life, and that is pretty damn nice. That's very, very good to have. Now, what we're going to also be able to do, there is a node that we can get that I believe you're considered full life while at 90% or above. So that means you can take like 1 or 2 hits and you're still considered full life. And why is that good? Well, you have an insane amount of survivability with this Fox Shade item because the damage of enemies hitting you is unlucky. So that means the damage rolls twice and takes the best result for you. So that is really good. So overall, this is probably one of the best things. And if I mouse over, you can see all the ranges. So ideally, we'd get the one that has the highest evasion rating. That's 1 chaos. So I think this could be worth it. Let's go ahead and grab this. And the reason why I like this is it not only has great survivability, but it's got good movement speed. That is really good to get. So we can hopefully pick up this item. And if we can pick up the item, I'm going to put my skill point into so we have to kind of wait for him. He's in like an area right now. And since I'm going to trade this with him, I'm going to get this thing where we count as full life while at 90%. That way we can just take some small, mediocre damage, and we still have the bonus of being hit on like unlucky, because there wasn't any huge DPS bow. In fact, this DPS on this thing is 252, because we were looking at the other items and it's about the same. So now he's at his hideout. Let's go to his hideout, get the item, and we will wrap up this part. But again, keep in mind, you don't have to always trade at the exact same time I'm trading at. I'm just trying to show you guys some items that I could recommend. And since I'm going to use this item for quite some time, I'm going to take all of these armor scrap. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to hold shift, and you're going to see it's going to increase the armor, because I can use this for a while. And bam. So now look at our evasion over here. So we have 68% chance to evade attacks. Bam, we have 81% chance to evade attacks. Oh, it goes over 75. I think 75 was the cap for Diablo. But yeah, so we have a massive, massive amount of extra evasion. Plus, our movement speed right now is 89. So you can see how fast we can move around. And it's going to be very, very helpful in the long run. So that's going to be awesome. And then we just moved some gems away. So we're going to have to play Tetris here and figure out where we're going to be putting all of these things. As we're going to move Artillery Ballista here. Ideally, we'd have elemental damage with attacks on that. It's going to be kind of hard to... I think we can fit in all of this. So I'd go ahead and throw in Artillery Ballista. And this one's going to be a little bit longer. But I want to show you guys how we can try to get all of the maximum damage that we could possibly get on this thing. So we got our artillery ballista. We're going to look for extra green supports. So all these are going to be supports. So what else could be good? So we have chance to poison, pierce. That's not going to be really too helpful. Faster attacks. This could be actually pretty useful. Cold damage is good because we do elemental damage anyways. So that one could be a good one to consider. Then we have close combat, deadly ailments. No point blank coaling strike. We got faster projectiles. So maybe they can go a little bit faster. Not too bad, but they only get like 20% increased damage, and that's very mediocre. But it'll let the things hit faster, and overall, that's kind of the thing that I feel like the ballista kind of suffers from, is that it's just very slow. So what I think I'm going to get for this is I want the faster attacks on the ballista. I want the faster projectiles on the ballista. And I don't know, cold damage is fine on this. I think that's the only thing we have that we can go for. That I think is good. So we can just go and throw in some cold damage over there. There we go. So now that thing is done. We want to keep grace. Elemental damage, we can't really use this right now at this moment. You can throw in vitality and... Oh, I wanted to throw in our ice golem. But we have no room. And sometimes that'll happen. And if it does happen, what you can also do to level up my ice golem still, I can throw it in over here. Now, I won't be able to use it when I swap weapons. However, I can still level up the gem, and that's still good. And the reason why we want to keep this empty is to still keep that increased movement speed. Now you'll see we're going to be moving much faster. And maybe later we get an amulet to get an additional set of movement speed. And we'll go even faster. And we can get extra points on the tree. There's actual movement speed right here that we can get. And getting movement speed is really good. Oh, you know what? We forgot. I think we were actually pathing over here. Then I just like forgot and I didn't finish it. But we're actually going to get this for increased movement speed. And the reason why we want so much movement speed is we're going to be able to get to the end game a lot faster. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and wrap up that act. And next time we're going to be starting part 5, act 5 of our PoE playthrough. But if you guys enjoyed it, drop a like and well. I'll see you guys in part 5.